Hello everybody, this is ManuS and welcome to another Legends of Runeterra spoiler reel for the latest set coming out later this week. As promised, I'm going over the Attune and Fizz spoilers in this video. Since then, we now already have the Nautilus and Gangplank spoiler batch that I'm trying to catch up on as soon as possible in the next 1 to 2 days. And there will probably be more pouring in, so I'll try to get them all done before the new set drops. But you know the drill. Before we dive in, hit the subscribe button down below. And also sorry for the poor lighting. I don't know why the webcam has this weird orange glow this time. Normally it adjusts its lighting, and I have no idea how to change it. And the lighting is the same as it always is when I don't have natural light, because it's not daylight anymore. Anyway, before we talk about Fizz and friends, I want to briefly introduce you to today's sponsor. Sorry. So on to today's sponsor and then the new cards. Today's video is sponsored by NordVPN, one of the leading virtual private network providers out there. A virtual private network keeps your data secure and yourself anonymous while using the internet. NordVPN comes with super fast servers, allows you to unlock your favorite entertainment websites like Netflix. They provide a 30-day money-back guarantee. They also have an included cybersecurity suite, which acts as an ad blocker to boot. They don't lock any of your data, provide a 24/7 customer support, and you can use it on up to 6 simultaneous connections, so one account covers most or all of your electronic devices. And most importantly, they don't have any bandwidth limit, so you can use it non-stop without it getting throttled, which is particularly important for heavy users like us. It also won multiple awards and comes highly recommended by top technology experts. So if you're still surfing online without a VPN, now is the time to change that. Get NordVPN now, 70% off for a 3-year plan, including 1 month extra for free using the code ManuS or the personalized link in the description down below. And now on to today's content. Alright, so first off we have Shellshocker. It's a 1-drop, it's a 2/1. Attune, for anyone that doesn't know how it works, Attune basically just means the unit refreshes 1 spell mana when you play it. So yeah, it's effectively a 0-cost 2/1 as long as you have spell mana slots left and use for spell mana, which is pretty decent. Like, this is an interesting card. Could be a role player in sort of like a spell-heavy, gimmicky, proactive deck. But we'll see that making more sense once we see more of the cards. Next we have another Attune unit. It's a 2-cost 1/2 with Attune, and when he's summoned, you create a random 1-cost spell in hand. So he basically lets you play the spell he created right away because it gives you 1 spell mana. So he's effectively like a 1-cost 1/2 that gives you a random spell, which is pretty decent rate, especially if your deck has use for the spells. So could totally see this little guy being pretty neat, but depends a bit on what decks will look like. But it's certainly an interesting card that can do a lot of different things. Next we have Playful Trickster. This is sort of a take on Relentless Pursuit. It is 1 mana more expensive. It's also fast. And it has something that is either an upside over Relentless Pursuit or a downside depending. So if you use it reactively, it's an upside because then you can remove an attacking ally, so you can use it to protect a unit in combat. Like, for example, you attack, the opponent blocks, plays a trick, then play Playful Trickster to save the unit and get another attack. But obviously if you just want to rally, this is a downside because basically don't get to attack with your worst attacker on the first attack because you have to remove it from combat to rally. But sometimes it allows you to attack with a unit you wouldn't be attacking normally, just to use Trickster on it. So it's kind of free. So it's either like an upside, a downside, or neutral depending on the situation. So it's just kind of a bit more interesting and flexible card, but it's also more situational on how good or bad it is going to be. But yeah, pretty interesting. Also, obviously, it is not in Demacia, so it is in a region that doesn't have Relentless Pursuit, and therefore also allows you to have a Relentless Pursuit type effect in a bunch of region combinations where you otherwise couldn't because you needed Demacia. Next we have Chum the Waters. It's a 4-cost slow spell. It grants an enemy vulnerable and summons a Longtooth. A Longtooth is a 5/1 overwhelm. So yeah, all in all, pretty neat. It's basically like a 4-cost 5/1 sort of challenger, in the sense that it can challenge one specific unit, or you can just attack for 5 even and challenge with a small unit. Like, for example, the opponent has a small blocker that would eat Longtooth, and you have a small unit. Just do this, use your small attacker to challenge their small blocker, and hit them for 5. So it actually has some interesting like flexibilities that a 5/1 challenger wouldn't have, for example, because it would always have to die if it challenges. So the kind of reverse challenge of vulnerable offers some nice options here. This is also possibly Fizz champion spell, but we don't know. It could also be Playful Trickster. There are a couple of candidates. It's not entirely clear here which the champion card is, but going by past cases, since there's no Fizz in this, if I had to guess, it would be Playful Trickster is the sort of champion spell of Fizz. Speaking of Fizz, here is Fizz. As I said, looking forward to some cheap champions. Here is a pretty cool cheap champion. It's a 1-cost 2/1. You cast a spell, gets elusive, and stops all enemy spells targeting him. So that kind of mimics his, I think, E in League of Legends, where he kind of like flips over his trident and dodges stuff. Basically gives him an iframe. So makes him pretty hard to kill here, especially if you have a bunch of cheap burst spells. Elusive obviously makes him a really nice threat. And when you've cast 6+ spells this game, he levels up. It's also reasonable to level up. He kind of lends itself really well to this kind of proactive tempo deck playstyle. Seems like it might pair well with Ionia, with like the new double spells and stuff that help you level him up and also help you turn him on. Once he's leveled up, he's a 3/2, and in addition, he gains Nexus Strike created Chum the Waters. So since the Chum the Waters is created by the Nexus Strike, which makes it even less likely that it is his champion spell, so it's probably just going to be Playful Trickster as his champion card. But yeah, this is Fizz. Really looking forward to Fizz, actually. Like this kind of sort of tempo-y, playful kind of playstyle is really my thing. I really enjoy this, and I think there could be some really cool decks with Fizz, and I'm looking forward to experimenting. Overall, like the new cards, especially the new region, look really cool, and I'm getting really excited for the new set and messing around with the new cards, because I'm kind of tired of like sort of the stale stuff we all have and know already. So I'm pumped for some fresh stuff, especially if the fresh stuff is looking as cool as these Bilgewater cards so far. So I'm super excited about that. Let me know in the comments what you think of the new cards and my take on them so far, and I'll try to get the rest of the cards to you as soon as possible. And yeah, before you leave, please check out the sponsorship deal from NordVPN in the description down below. It's a really nice offer, and if you don't have a VPN, you should really get one. It's a great way to secure yourself in this day and age. And yeah, you can also support the channel while doing so. Win-win for everyone. And yeah, you know the drill. Subscribe, turn on notification icon, leave a like, comment, share with your friends if you haven't already. And yeah, that's it again for this time. I'm your host, ManuS, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.